Creative Brain Candy by creators for creators.
So, Lone Star, yogurt has taught you well. If there's one thing I despise, it is a fair fight. But if I must, then I must. May the best man win. Put her there. The ring! I can't believe you fell for the oldest trick in the book! What a goof! What's with you, man? Come on! You know what? Here, let me give it back to you. Oh, look at that! You fell for that too! I can't believe it, man! So, Lone Star, now you see that evil will always triumph because good is dumb.
Everyone, and welcome to Smoking and Drinking in Space. This is a sci-fi podcast from a couple guys who think they know sci-fi. And this week we review the classic sci-fi spoof from Mel Brooks that even left George Lucas in stitches. Cue James Rand here. It's 1987's Spaceballs. But first, he's the loyal companion who has a tail with a mind of its own to my royal orphan with a gambling problem. It's James. How you doing, James?
I don't understand a lot of things, to be honest, about the show, about Rob. Specifically about Rob in general, but why do I have to be Barf? Like, I don't like. If anything, I am the Darth or the Dark Helmet. Excuse me, to your Lone Star, and Rob. Rob is the asshole that is on the ship, and we're all just surrounded by fucking assholes.
Well, and I considered that, but I thought this fit better. And he's the president with a big ass and a huffing problem who can't make decisions. It's Rob. How are you doing, Rob?
I'm just going to say I'm doing great because I heard every other syllable out of your mouth.
Well, then you're having problems. James, What's happening around CBC this week?
What's going on around CBC this week? We're still teasing. It's called a tease in the biz, ladies and gentlemen. We are teasing two brand new shows. From coming to Creative Brain Candy very, very soon. It's really all I can talk about right now. Everything else right now is top secret. It's our eyes only, not your ears. So as soon as it's declassified, probably about the same time, I would imagine that the Pentagon declassifies even more proof that UFOs and aliens are real. We'll let you know, and then it'll be for your eyes as well. But you won't be able to read it unless you go to creativebraincandy.com, and while you're there, click the apply button because we really want somebody to replace Rob.
Rob, you got any news for us this week?
Yeah, I've got some news. First set of news is apparently Ryan Reynolds really wants to have Lady Death show up in Deadpool 3. He wants Lady Death to show up and basically be in love with Deadpool and go that direction. So that's kind of interesting.
Well, that happened in the comics.
It did. It happened in the comics. It'd be interesting to bring that in and run with it. Should be fun.
In fact, I think there was like a rivalry between Deadpool and Thanos for Lady Death's affection, right?
Right. So if we take that into consideration, more than likely there will be some sort of mention about, Thanos is dead and I got her, fourth wall breaking shenanigans. More than likely.
What else you got?
The other thing I've got is...
Wait. You only took 2 shits this week?
No, I have 3 things.
Well, you said the other thing I got is...
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You didn't say one of the other things.
The next thing I've got is... sorry, I'll try to use the proper vernacular
English?
the next time.
Yeah, English. It's called English, motherfucker. Learn it.
Yeah. So, next thing out there is Warner Brothers has canceled New Gods and the Aquaman spinoff that James Wan was working on called, I believe it was The Trench.
Wait. There was going to be why was there going to be an
I don't know.
Aquaman spinoff?
I didn't know that there was going to be an Aquaman spinoff based off of the Trench.
What is the Trench?
I had heard the Trench. Okay, so in Aquaman, when he goes down and he goes down into the trench and you had all those sea monsters. That's the best thing I can figure out. They called that the Trench, so it was going to be about something down there.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Now, what was Old Gods going to be about?
The New Gods. New Gods would be Apocalypse. So dark side, and all those kind of guys. Old gods were the Olympians. New gods were the people from the planet Apocalypse. So I would assume it was going to be something about that.
I think they're
exploring
just
New
canceling
Genesis. Yeah,
anything that had to do with the Justice League.
Probably.
I think anything that's in that universe, whatever DC, whatever Earth that was on, they're just canceling it. Now, they did come out and say that the new Batman movie is going to be from Earth 2.
Yeah, it's not going to be connected to the DCEU.
Yeah,
I don't think there is a DCEU anymore.
No, and that's what I hate.
Not really. Yeah.
And I get it from a certain perspective that it gives Warner Brothers the ability to make umpteen fucking Superman movies and umpteen fucking Batman movies and umpteen. I don't care. I want a cohesive universe that has to do with DC. I don't want 18 different Batman. I don't want 17 different Superman of every background. And I don't want that bullshit. I don't. Just give me a fucking goddamn cohesive universe where the characters and the story arcs intertwine like Marvel. It doesn't have to be fun and happy like Marvel. It doesn't have to. It can be heavy, and it can have some of the lightness and funniness that the Justice League had, the Snyder Cut. But for Christ's sake, it's just going to be confusing for everybody. And I don't think Warner Brothers gets that. If I understand this stuff and I don't want it because it's going to be confusing, like Joe Schmo, who doesn't read comic books ever, he's gonna find this extremely confusing and just get very frustrated and not watch.
Yep. What else you got, Rob?
All right. The next thing is, or the last thing. Sorry, there we go. I'm sorry. The last thing I have.
Rob needs to work on his
this is more
ordinals.
science, more sciencey than sci-fi. There is a company out there, a startup company that has combined radioactive isotopes from nuclear waste with ultra slim layers of nanodiamonds to supposedly create a battery that can last up to 28,000 years. This startup is called NDB, which is Nano Diamond Battery, and it's some sort of high-powered diamond-based battery that can last up to 28,000 years for their big one that they're doing. They're looking at trying to make it into a smaller thing to potentially use in smartphones, vehicles, and things like that.
Okay, I've got major problems with radioactive waste being in my smartphones and cars.
See, I figured you might say something like that. And the article does mention on here that diamonds, there is no like radioactive material leaking out. The diamonds absorb all of it apparently. There's no cause for alarm.
So
as you grow
I
a third
thought the
arm.
radioactive material was in between thin diamond layers, and that the
It
interaction
is.
between the diamond and that radioactive material was what caused the electric current.
Right, and apparently also the diamond is able to absorb it or enough of it that it doesn't matter. In fact, it says the consumer version, meant for powering electric vehicles, smartphones, and other small devices, graphite would be wrapped in multiple coatings of this synthetic diamond, so the nano diamond, and there would be no radiation leaking out of the phone. And he said, even if there was any radiation levels leaking out, it would be less than those that are emitted by the human body.
Okay, but that's fine if
Yeah.
the battery is whole, but phones get fucking wrecked. Cars get fucking wrecked. So
Well,
when
that's
you
true.
crack the case on that diamond, or crack the diamond layers or the graphite layers or whatever's
Look.
holding in that radioactive waste.
look.
I am here to report the news. I am not here
Debbie
to punch
Downer.
holes into what could be exciting news.
Look, you can either get rid of carbon emissions or you can have fucking radioactive fucking batteries. Which one do you want? Do you want carbon emissions or radioactive batteries?
I don't
When
want
the
either.
apocalypse,
I don't
when
want
the
either.
apocalypse shows
Well, you
up,
know what?
I want to
Fucking
be
walk.
able to do what
Get
I
it?
do
No,
in Fallout
no.
and shoot a car and watch it explode from across the map.
Get Jason
All right?
a fucking string and a tin can and a fucking bicycle, and there you go.
Works
the rest
for me.
Of us can
God.
choose, the rest of us
Jump
can
on
choose fucking
board.
carbon
Progress.
or fucking diamonds with radioactive.
Yeah,
material
when you're
inside of
having conversations with your second head trying to decide what you're going to have for dinner,
I would
come
never
crying
be
to me.
lonely after that,
It would-
okay?
it. I already have conversations with my second head.
Oh my God. Oh, for
jeez.
fuck's sake. Who's ready for a pod crawl?
Please.
Oh God, let's do this.
We can call it, I don't know, say a pod crawl? The pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Excellent! Insert it deep! Pod crawl! Kind of like a space suppository full of information.
In a parody crawl that makes all other parody crawls cry in shame and stuff their faces with fudge rounds, this one also does a public service by doubling as an eye exam. The longest ship in the galaxy shows off all its nooks and crannies as it slowly crosses the screen and then flips the bird to everyone at the end. Aboard the ship, Spaceball 1, the commanding officer, Colonel Sanders, is on a mission to steal the atmosphere of Duridia, a lush planet designed by Disney. On Duridia, Princess Vespa is having second thoughts about marrying Prince Valium, so ditches the ceremony and escapes with her gold-plated chastity bot. As they are fleeing, they get intercepted by Spaceball 1, but Vespa's dad calls on President Lone Star, having heard about his future exploits against another alien threat. Lone Star's companion, Barf, is a half-man, half-dog who gets none of the perks of either. He sheds everywhere and can't lick his own balls. Lone Star owes a pizza buffet a lot of money, so he takes the gerb and heads to find Vespa. He arrives just as Spaceball 1 is sucking Vespa's ship in, and quietly absconds with Vespa, her vajayjay nanny, and her matching luggage. Lone Star hits the gas and heads to Hyperactive, and not wanting to be outdone, Dark Helmet, the penis-shaped ball cooker of the ship, gives the command to go to ludicrous speed, and gets thrown into a bulkhead for his efforts. Lone Star has burned all the fuel in his space bago, and has to crash land on a desert planet. As the four traipse across the desert, and almost die from heat stroke, the Dinks, so called because of their small genitals, rescue them, and take them to the great and powerful yogurt. Meanwhile, Dark Helmet and Colonel Sanders are taking a glimpse into their future, and preparing their Academy Award speeches as they scan through the home movie version of the movie they are currently making as they break the fourth wall for about the 1000th time so far. They locate the planet Vespa is hiding out on and load up on sunscreen as they set course to Yuma. Yogurt is teaching Lone Star on the way of the Schwartz, and takes a look at Lone Star's friendship necklace his parents left him when they abandoned him. That night, Dark Helmet, dressed as King Friar Tuck of Duridia, tricks Vespa into leaving the sanctuary of Yogurt and captures her and C-3P No. They take her to planet Spaceball and lock her up, so Lone Star follows, and he and Bark seduce two guards into their sex bus and strip them down. They break into the prison with the overly large key they stole, and leave some body doubles to take the heat as they get away. Spaceball 1, however, has secured the codes to the luggage lock on Duridia, and they transform Spaceball 1 into Sexy Maid with a vacuum. As with all sexy maids, she starts sucking the air out of the room as Lone Star and crew arrive. Lone Star, using his shiny new ring and knowledge of the Schwartz, turns sexy robo-maid from suck to blow, which is quite the accomplishment as it usually takes a generous tip. The atmosphere returns to Duridia, and
Just a
Lone Star
tip.
takes the space Vago into Robo-Maid's skull. There, he has his final showdown with Dark Helmet as they compare sizes and touch tips for a while before Lone Star shoves him into the self-destruct button and splits. Robo-Maid blows up, Lone Star refuels and finds out he's a prince, and roll racing back to Duridia to marry into money. Credits.
All right, Spaceballs, the classic Mel Brooks movie that spoofs sci-fi, and one of the main reasons that he made this movie was because he realized that he hadn't spoofed sci-fi yet.
Before we get really into the weeds here, I just want to point out once again to our listeners, to Jason and to Rob especially, that out of the 3 picks that we chose for our picks, one of these things is not like the other. One of these things doesn't belong.
You guys, yeah.
Yeah, Species.
We
Rob,
chose
You guys
good
chose
movies.
a comedy.
You chose
a
poorly.
comedy.
I don't know how any of us are shocked. You chose something that was stupid, was dumb.
It was awesome.
How many times this week did you jerk off to Species, Rob? Well, instead of looking for quality news stuff and research and how many times did you watch that and jerk off?
I've got scabs.
Oh God!
All right, moving on.
Stop
That
asking.
took a
more
direction.
I mean
questions.
crabs.
Yeah,
I mean crabs. That's what I meant.
Even crabs, not scabs. That makes it any better. Something fucking wrong with you.
Yeah, maybe. That's what
See,
Mom keeps
at
telling
first,
me.
when I was trying to think how Jason would do the intro with us, how he was going to introduce me, how he was going to introduce you, and I thought, all right, well, I would be Dark Helmet because I would, I'm thirsty and I'm playing with my dolls and Lone Star, that would be me, right? He would obviously be Colonel Sanders, he's the guy who is in charge that gets shit done. It's not me. I think I am, but I'm not. It's Jason. And you're not the president. That's a good call on his part because you really don't do anything, but nobody here thinks you're in charge.
I am. I'm not in charge here.
Yeah, no.
I'm in charge elsewhere.
No.
But are you really?
No.
I think I am.
Mm.
And that's what's important is the fact that I think I am.
Who hired this guy? I did, sir. Who are you?
Sergeant
My
Asshole.
cousin.
Major asshole, sir.
I like how there was assholes of every color there.
Well, yeah.
Well, everybody was
There's
an
one-
asshole. That was the joke. Everybody wanted
the
one
joke.
person.
Surrounded
How many
by
times
assholes.
did you have to ask somebody to explain the jokes in this movie to you, Rob?
0 times. Thank you very much.
I don't believe you. I don't believe
Well, that's not my problem.
Is this the first time you've ever seen
Sometimes-
this movie, Rob?
Sometimes you have to have faith. No.
you. No, Batman.
No.
No, you don't. Are you
I've,
sure? This isn't
yeah.
the...
And
Okay.
I've seen this one. I've seen Blazing Saddles. I've seen History
Last
of the
night
World.
in our super secret Discord channel, I even put out there, I'm quoting the movie before it happens. And my wife's like, why do you even watch it? She's like, why do you have to watch it? I'm like, I don't. I'm just watching it because I enjoy it. I could do this show without watching it. But
Yeah, my wife actually asked me, are you even going to watch this movie? Because I've seen it so many times.
yeah,
I don't
no,
need
I'm
to
gonna
watch the
quote
movie
shit
again
out.
to know what happens. This is the first time she had ever watched the movie. She watched it with me. And she laughed
never
throughout
seen
the
it?
whole fucking thing. Yeah. She's never
Wow.
seen it.
My wife's seen it before, but not like I have 1,000 times I can be able to quote it. She's seen it once or twice. So there were a couple of times where she was, laughing. But for the most part, she just thought it was juvenile and stupid. And I'm like, well, now you know how we feel every time we podcast with Rob.
So do you always or do you still laugh at all the jokes and everything now?
Oh,
Even
yeah.
though you've seen it so
oh
many
yeah,
times.
I will say the joke before they do, and then listen to them say it, and then laugh because they
And
did
then
it better
laugh
than I
about it.
did.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing with Mel Brooks movies, and this is pretty much universal with all his movies, is there's so many layers of joke in his movies. There's so many layers of reference that you can watch it multiple times and you still catch things that you didn't catch the first time that you watched it. Or even the second or third time that you watched it.
So I'm glad you brought that up because I had never really paid attention to character names unless they were like main characters. So I'd never really understood the Prince until I noticed it was Prince Valium and he was always tired.
Yeah.
So
That's the joke.
I understand that one. I never really caught until today.
How many jokes in this movie were you like, oh, I get it now?
I don't know.
There were actually a
I don't
few
know
on
how
this-
many I don't get. Yeah.
There were actually a few on this last viewing that I'd never caught before that I actually understood the reference to at this point.
So I think a lot of people have seen this movie, and if you haven't seen it, you should probably just pause the podcast and go watch it so you know what the hell we're talking about. Just
Because we
seriously.
watch this movie so that you have to also.
Yeah, you really should have to watch this movie. It's classic. It's one of the great movies ever made. I want to talk about a couple of things that I spotted that I hadn't noticed before. And literally, it was only two things that I hadn't noticed. The first being Rick Moranis was dressed in like a black onesie leotard thing.
Yeah.
And he had vinyl shorts.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
vinyl
Yeah, they were like
shorts.
pantaloons. Yeah.
Yeah. It was the dumbest looking thing ever. And I'm like, that's funny shit.
Well,
Like,
not
he
only
just looks
that,
like an
but
idiot.
the shape of his helmet I always knew looked like the shape of the head of a penis. But
Well,
I
yeah.
just in this most recent viewing noticed that the part where his cape comes over his shoulders and hits the front of his chest looks like a couple balls.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's got a cock and balls. His head
He's
is
a
the
dick,
cock,
yeah.
and he's got balls on his chest, and then he has like
Or
a tie.
and then he's got a tie. He's got a
Yeah.
tie, so
got the tie.
the cock and balls go both directions.
yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yeah. I did
can't
like
tell whether
his,
he's coming or going.
Oh, I did like his flesh colored helmet in the desert.
Yeah.
That was great.
Well, he's got to blend in, right?
It didn't even have the ventilator. It was
No, he
it
just had eye
closed.
holes.
Yeah,
He
just had the eye holes. Just little. It made me laugh. I'm like, that's great. And then the other thing is this, and this is a missed opportunity, to be honest, a missed opportunity in the movie Independence Day. When the Winnebago was getting ready to go down onto the
I
sand
caught that
planet,
this time too. Yeah.
he goes, Eagle 5 coming
Yeah,
in for a
yeah.
landing.
Yeah.
And he was Eagle
Why
1
was-
in
Yeah,
Independence
why
Day.
was his call sign should have been Eagle 5
Well,
in
you're the
Independence Day.
president.
Like,
You're the president. You
But
are
that's
always
just
number
it.
one.
it would be so subtle that there were
It
only a
would've.
few people that caught it,
Yeah.
and even fewer that went, that's a fucking Spaceballs reference.
Well, that's it for. Well, see, and I even thought about that when they first show the Winnebago and it says Eagle 5. I immediately go, dude, he was Eagle 1 in Independence
Yeah.
Day. That was so close. Is what I'm thinking in
And
my
see,
head.
that's one of those things that I had never put two and two together until because we had done Independence Day not too long ago. And so that was still kind of fresh in my mind. And then whenever they said Eagle 5 coming in for a landing, I was like, oh yeah, he was Eagle 1 in Independence Day. That's funny.
Have you seen Spaceballs after Independence Day?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
but never.
not this close to watching.
Just not
like,
close together
yeah,
to
like-
get the references.
Yeah, we did
the-
Independence
yeah,
Day
yeah.
like what, a month ago, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
If
Like,
that,
that's
yeah.
fresh in our mind. That's Bill Pullman. And so, yeah, that it's just a missed opportunity, I think, on Independence Day's part.
Yeah, but would have thought of that? Probably not.
But wasn't this Bill Pullman's big break?
Yeah. I mean, he had been in one movie before this, but he was a bit actor, very, very supporting. It was, God damn it. Like Reckless something or other.
Ruthless
People. That's it. Ruthless People. And so
Yeah,
he had a very small part in that movie. So this was basically his big break. I mean, this first leading role in a major motion picture. Yeah.
And what's funny is Mel Brooks was trying to get Tom Hanks or
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, like two wildly different actors, to play Lone Star. Couldn't get anybody to do it, so that kind of sat on the shelf for a while, and then he got John Candy to come on to play Barf, and then things started falling into place.
And
he
Rick
was like, "Fuck
Moranis.
it." Like, yeah, he was like, if I can't get Tom Hanks or Tom Cruise, I'll go get a fucking nobody. I'll make them famous.
In fact, I think it was Rick Moranis that suggested he get Tom Candy or John Candy.
Man, Rick Moranis needs to come back.
He is.
No,
Yeah, they got a Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
well, he needs to come
Coming
back
out.
for Dark Helmet. Like, he needs to come back. I
Oh,
want
finally do Spaceballs 2.
I want Spaceballs 3, The Search for Spaceballs 2.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Or Spaceballs 2, The
Here's
Search for More Money.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, but they couldn't. But they would have to see. You'd have to do Spaceballs 3 because most of the actors are already dead. Unfortunately,
I want
So-
at the end of whatever movie they decide to do, I want Rick Moranis to look at the camera and go, "I'm Ray Skywalker." That's all I want. I just want them to fucking shred the fucking sequels to death. That's all I want. Just shred it to death. Just make them wish They hadn't done it. And Lucas loves this movie.
Yeah, he does, which is shocking. In fact,
Now he did tell him they couldn't make action figures.
yeah, he couldn't. They couldn't do merchandising because it would be too similar to the Star Wars merchandising, and he didn't want that.
Right.
And that's another thing that I caught in this movie that I don't think I'd ever caught before was that the lunchbox in the coloring book or the Transformers lunchbox and coloring book that you just slapped Spaceballs the movie or Spaceballs the lunchbox and Spaceballs the coloring book on.
Yep.
Yeah, there's so many layers to a Mel Brooks film that, yeah, there's definitely the surface comedy and the obvious jokes and spoofs of whatever movies or genres that he's spoofing at that point. But then there's these tiny little tidbits that reference some obscure part of a movie, or it and I think that's what makes these movies rewatchable.
This movie's very rewatchable. It's like Ghostbusters. It's one of those movies that just, it works. It always works. Does it look dated? Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not bad.
But
I mean, it's a good dated. It's not like it wasn't shitty CGI dated. It was.
And I
thought the CGI was pretty decent.
I'm looking forward to the remaster. There's supposed to be a Blu-ray remaster coming out this month.
Is it 4K?
I think so. I think it's a UHD.
Oh,
Yeah.
we get to see phallic symbols in 4K.
I'm all for it.
Sign me up.
I'm trying to think of another Mel Brooks movie that I like almost as much, because there's not a Mel Brooks movie I think that I like more than this.
I like Blazing Saddles. I think
I've never seen
as
it.
much.
Do you watch
You've never
it?
seen
Do you
Blazing
watch
Saddles?
it as much?
No.
That one's pretty good.
Which one? Blazing Saddles?
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles is hilarious. Oh my God,
Oh,
Gene
yeah.
Wilder is just fucking phenomenal in that movie.
Nah, I've never seen it.
So I guess you watching other Mel Brooks films as much as Spaceballs is probably not something that you've done.
That's what I'm trying to think. If there's another Mel Brooks, was The Princess Bride a Mel Brooks movie?
No,
No.
that was a Rob
then
Reiner
no.
movie.
Oh, no. Then probably not. I'm trying to think if I've even watched another Mel Brooks movie.
So he had The Producers, The
Nope.
12 Chairs,
No.
Blazing Saddles, Young
Nope.
Frankenstein,
No.
Men in
Silent
Tights.
Movie.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
High
Men in Tights?
Anxiety.
Yeah, Robin
Men in
Hood,
Tights.
Men in Tights was his.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's hilarious. Seen that.
So
a
was
lot of
High
times.
So was
Anxiety, History of the World Part 1.
Dracula, Dead and Loving It.
Nope.
Yep. And then Life Stinks.
Nope. So I've seen 2 Mel Brooks movies.
Yeah.
Now-
I've only seen Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs, and then Robin Hood.
Right. So
And History of the World. I saw History of the World.
out of all those movies, like, I think those 2 are the best. Spaceballs and Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Well,
Those
he's
are the
more
only ones
known.
you've seen, you dip.
There's probably a reason
He's
for that.
more.
Now,
He's more well known for Blazing Saddles than he is Men in Tights. Really.
Spaceballs to me is the quintessential.
Well, yeah.
Like space comedy. Like, it rips everybody from Star Wars to Alien to Star Trek to Planet of the Apes. Like, everything in between. It just hits them all, and it hits them right in that sweet spot, which is their wallet.
Yeah, but I mean, all of his
love it.
movies do that. So when he did Young Frankenstein, he was spoofing the horror genre. Blazing Saddles was a spoof of the Western genre.
I don't like Westerns.
Oh my God, what is wrong with you?
They're
We
too
should
violent for me.
rewatch Cowboys and Aliens.
Yeah, we really should. We should revisit that movie.
I hated that fucking movie.
What
God, that
is
movie
wrong
sucked.
with
that,
you?
That's even more reason to rewatch
No,
that.
if we already watched it, if you guys already watched it, we're not watching it again. No.
Sci-
We'll have to have some
Sci-fi.
revisit episodes.
No, there won't be any
Westerns.
revisit. We have so many movies on this fucking list. No
Sci-fi
revisit episodes.
Westerns. Well, we already did Wild Wild West.
Never ever again. Jesus.
Future World was apparently a sci-fi Western.
Westworld is a sci-fi Western.
Oh God, I hate that fucking show. The first season was great, and then the rest of it's just mediocre.
Yeah, we're having a sci-fi Western revisit.
Damn it.
The Dark Tower is technically
It
a
is
sci-fi
not sci-fi.
Western empire.
No.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think it
it's
is. Back to the Future 3.
Can we talk
That's
about
right.
this
Back to the
movie?
Future 3.
I like Back to
yeah.
the Future 3. I like
We
that.
could do that.
That was a good movie. Can we
We
talk
could go.
about?
We could go Western adjacent and do Space Cowboys.
You know what, Rob? Shut up. Can we talk about Spaceballs, please?
You just
Sorry,
wanna talk
I
about
went down this
balls.
Mel Brooks. I couldn't remember any other Mel Brooks movies I've seen. That's because I've only seen one other one.
It's because you're an
did anybody have
uncultured boob.
I am an uncultured boob, and I'm all right with that. Did anybody have anything about this movie they didn't like?
No, not really. I mean, it's the pacing is fine. I didn't get bored. I didn't.
No, the story's great.
It
I
didn't
think it was
drag
well
in any
written.
real parts.
It was short and sweet. So it wasn't like okay, we're
I
I'm
mean,
done with
definitely
this.
not all of the jokes landed perfectly. I mean, there were some jokes that were really fucking obscure, like the Kafka joke. That was
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
So there's a Kafka novel called Metamorphosis that they were referencing there, where when the ship was changing into the robot, the Kafka novel is about a man changing into something else, and that's the whole Metamorphosis reference there. So unless you're familiar with obscure fucking novels, yeah, you're not gonna land that joke. You're not gonna get that joke.
I liked the
I
little.
think some of the jokes got old, like when they were holding their balls.
Yeah, that
got
running
old.
gag got a little old, but they didn't carry it out throughout the movie. I think probably past the halfway point, they kind of dropped that joke.
Oh, the covering
it was
your
at
balls.
the end. Like
Yeah.
he was aiming for his balls. He was like, it was just that
wasn't somebody holding their balls because of reputation. He was just aiming at his balls because he liked to fry people's balls.
I would too. I'm just, if I had the Force or the Schwartz, I would 100% do that all the time to Rob every Sunday at about 4:00 until 5:00.
I just carry a mirror.
All right. So there were some jokes that missed for sure, but I think they were few and far between.
I think the Doublemint twins joke, unless you lived during that time, you wouldn't get that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's dated. That's super dated. Just chew your gum. Although he did end up, this is why I'm like, why would you make him the president? He ended up in bed with the Doublemint twins.
Probably not of his own doing.
Wait, you think it was them?
Yeah. I think they had some ulterior motive.
Okay. Were they part of the Rebel Alliance?
Maybe.
And a traitor?
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe they were there to assassinate him and it got interrupted by. Yeah. Maybe.
All right.
Okay.
No, I mean, there's really nothing to pick apart about this movie. It's just, it's funny. The comedy is consistent throughout. I think some of I don't know how I felt about some of the Drewish jokes. I think those.
Okay, but that's it. Back in the day, you didn't.
That was
care.
okay. Yeah.
You didn't care. Now everyone is hypersensitive. Oh, you can't make no. I hate that bullshit. I thought it was funny. I can laugh at it. I think other people could laugh at it. Just everybody's just calm down. It's called comedy for a reason. Like
I know, but and I think once maybe would have been fine, but they hammered that in, several times. I think that
but isn't Mel Brooks Jewish?
He is.
Okay, well, he can say that because he's Jewish.
Okay,
he can write
I'm just saying it's perpetuating stereotypes.
Look, I am going to get roasted for this, and I don't care. Cancel Rob didn't catch on. Cancel me's not going to catch on. Stereotypes are funny, guys.
They're
just funny,
but
They're
when
not
you
meant
hammer them over and over, it starts to lose its funny, and it starts to get a little offensive.
I don't know, especially in Hollywood, where the big joke, and it's always been right that the Jews are in charge of the media and the Jews are in charge of Hollywood. That's like that was for 70, 85 years now. So for a Jewish guy to make that joke in a movie, and hammer that kind of stuff over and over again, just kind of make it's self-deprecating humor. And
I'm okay with self-deprecation.
And
You are self-deprecation.
It was Drewish.
I am.
You self-defecate, not deprecate. There's a difference, Rob.
Wait, what's the difference?
Well, if you don't know, I'm not telling you.
Oh man.
I'm just saying, it was funny. I thought it was funny. I don't think you can get away with that today.
Oh, no.
Which is sad because it's supposed to be funny and you're supposed to be able to make fun of yourself and you're supposed to be able to make fun of things. That's the whole purpose behind comedy. But I'll get off that rant because this movie's hilarious and the jokes that are in it for the most part are memorable quality jokes that people, it's like Ghostbusters. They have lines in them that are repeated today. Like, do you know why good will never triumph over evil? Because good is dumb.
Yeah.
That. What's the combination? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the combination an idiot would put on his luggage.
Rob.
Right. Hey, what was the combination?
I don't have a combination.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's because you don't have luggage.
That's amazing. That's the combination of my luggage. Like, that shit is fucking hilarious. I was rolling. When they caught the fucking stunt doubles.
Yeah.
Oh my! I'm like, this is
they
perfect.
look so bad.
It
Even the robot looked completely different and bad.
Yeah, it was so good.
I love the stunt double for Princess Vespa.
It's a bearded man. Yeah,
Bearded guy smoking a stogie.
Yeah. I think
Loved
was a
it.
cigarette,
Loved
wasn't
it. No, it was a stogie. I noticed those things, Rob. I am.
That's true. You are in tune to phallic things. I understand.
I am. Yeah, 100%.
So who was Vinny supposed to be? I mean, I know Pizza the Hut, but who is Vinny supposed to be a parody of?
Well, the whole thing is that the Hutts are gangsters, and that was said in the first three. Like, Jabba the Hutt's a gangster. So I think Vinny was just there to be like, it's Pizza the Hut. And it was to make sure that people who maybe had not seen Star Wars would understand that he's a gangster, that he's into racketeering and blackmail and that.
Yeah, he was basically a robot mobster.
Yeah. Right. I was just trying to figure out if he was supposed to be equated to a specific character from something.
Boba Fett. How's that?
Well, I know. I know.
I think he's a better character than Boba Fett.
You think he's a Boba Fett? Okay,
no, he wasn't Boba Fett.
I'd say he's more along the lines of that. Was it the Twi'lek? No, the dude. The dude
Good
that
job,
would
Rob.
translate for him.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't remember. He's dead.
All right, I want to play a little game with you two.
Okay.
It's called, which
Is
one?
this a safe game?
Yeah, it is. Which do you prefer? Okay. Darth Vader or Dark Helmet?
Prefer over what? Like,
which one do you prefer?
If you had to go against him?
Like, which one would you rather watch? Dark
I'd rather
Helmet
watch-
or Darth Vader?
I think Dark Helmet.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker or Lone Star?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lone Star.
Yeah, I am too.
I would go.
Although Lone Star was kind of an
He was
amalgamation
Han Solo.
between Han Solo and Luke Skywalker.
He was more Han Solo than Luke Skywalker. Yeah.
All right, Han Solo or Lone Star?
Han Solo.
I don't know. I would probably have to
go
give
Lone
the edge
Star.
to Han Solo on that one.
All right. Chewie. Well, here's Chewie or Barf.
Oh, Barf. Fuck Chewie.
Barf, because I can understand him.
Okay. Well, because I chose Lone Star, I'm going to go with Chewie.
Okay.
Only probably because I want to see Chewie rip the arms off of Lone Star. Because that would be hilarious. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking that way. C-3PO or
Dot Matrix.
Dot Matrix.
Yeah, I know it was Dot Matrix, but I'm trying to remember the name, the chick's name. I mean, she died a few years ago. Joan Rivers. There you go.
Was her voice. I would go with C-3PO.
Oh no, Dot Matrix.
No,
Yeah,
Dot Matrix. Yeah, 100% Dot Matrix. President Scroob or Emperor Palpatine?
Scroob.
Scroob's easier to defeat.
Yeah, I know, but I kind of want I kind of want Palpatine to have to deal with Dark Helmet.
Oh, that would be.
Like, I just want to see him get frustrated. Like, you're my fucking Padawan. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Dark Helmet's like, what's the combination to your luggage?
Yeah.
That's the kind of mashup I want to see. And that's where our game ends.
So what character would you put in a mashup movie? That's a better question. So Emperor with Dark Helmet would definitely be funny. I'm thinking Han Solo with Barf though. I think that would be a great combo.
I think Solo would just shoot him. I think Solo would just shoot him and move on.
Yeah.
I don't think he's fucking around with that. Chewie, the other way around. Chewie will try, like, especially if there's like a life debt involved. But fucking eventually Chewie is gonna have enough and rip the arms off.
Rip the arms off and move on.
With him, yeah. Princess Leia.
So which is
wait, Princess Leia or Vespa?
Oh man.
I don't know.
They're both kind of annoying.
Yeah, but they're both kind of hot. So
Vespa's hotter. I think Carrie Fisher back in the day was sexy as fuck, but Daphne, whatever, I can't remember her name. Yeah, that's super hot.
Yeah,
just smoke show, and she was a smoke show for a while.
Yeah,
I think she still might be a smoke show.
I think so. Yeah.
Do I need to find out?
Yeah, Rob, go look in your hard drive.
I'm working on it. So all signs point.
I'm going to say both.
Yeah, she's not bad looking.
I'm going to say both of them, and then they can like work it out between them. Yeah, or that. Yeah,
yeah, done. I like where your head's at, Jason.
Yeah,
I like where your head's at.
I like and rather than or.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Damn, she's way hot. I had a crush on her hardcore when this movie came out.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, I was just like, oh my God, why can't I be a little bit older? She's so hot.
Dang, even this one's not too bad.
Oh, we distracted Rob.
Man, that's ain't bad. I mean,
that's what we need to do is just on Sundays have him go search for shit.
That's exactly what we need to. Oh, look at those glasses. You know what? That gives me an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Everyone's on board with what I'm saying. You're picking up what I'm throwing down.
We're picking it up.
Wear those glasses for me, please.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Super hot. I can't. All right. I gotta, because I think I still might have a little bit of a crush on her. Out of all the chicks that I'm like, hey baby,
oh my God,
call me. Like this would be the one where I'd be like, I'd be like, it's Princess Vespa. Yeah. Is this a better movie than Star Wars?
I don't know.
It's a different type of movie.
It's a different movie.
I think it's better than all of them except Empire.
No, I think it's probably as good as Star Wars in a different way. I mean, this is a comedy. Star Wars is an adventure movie. It's kind of hard to compare those.
Space opera.
Oh God, what?
Not a adventure. George Lucas is going to come over there and beat you with his lightsaber.
Well, he's welcome to try.
Right. As much as I say fuck George Lucas all the time and he absolutely ruined Star Wars, like the fact that he was like, yeah, all right, you could do this. You can't do the merchandise, but you can make the movie. I mean, that gives me I have a little bit more respect. Not much, but I have a shred of respect now for George Lucas.
Well,
because he's able to at least laugh at himself a little bit.
Yeah, and he thoroughly loved the movie. I mean, he laughed throughout the entire screening that he was at, and ILM actually did the effects in this movie. So
yep,
there was a pretty close cooperation between Brooks and Lucasfilm on this. I think the movies are really good in their respective genres. And I think comparing them to say which one is better, I don't think that's a valid question. Okay,
then let's do this. I think that's fair. I still like this movie. Like if all 10 movies were on TV at one time, I would choose Empire, but I would want to watch this immediately afterwards. Like the rest of them,
you'd record it and come back.
No, I already have on DVD.
Press DVR.
I already have on DVD. Let's play this little game real quick.
Man, this is.
I know. Look, I'm full of games today.
So many games.
I know. Let's rate the last 3 movies that we have that we've done.
Oh my God! Why do we have to do this?
So Ghostbusters, Species, and now Spaceballs.
Let's
Like,
start.
is
Let's
that
start
the
with
order?
number 3.
Is that
Okay,
the order?
number 3 would be, I think, Species.
Species.
Yeah. If it could be any
I'm
lower,
okay with that. I'm okay.
I would
with
make
3.
it lower.
I'm not gonna hurt. I'm not gonna get broken up about it. I know what
Why
I did.
did you pick it?
I know what I did,
Well, at least he's learned a lesson.
and I fully own it. I'm just waiting for host choice the next time.
Oh, you're gonna make up for it?
Sure.
No,
Sure.
you're not. So you're never
And
getting
next
another
time,
pick.
no, because see, next time we're just gonna make it a surprise.
No, we're not. We got to watch the movie, and if it's
Well, yeah,
no,
but we'll make it a surprise right until it gets announced.
Why are you
You'll never
here?
know. You'll never
don't even know
what
why
it
you're
is.
why are you
All
the
right.
way that you are?
Ghostbusters or Spaceballs? Which is the better movie?
Spaceballs.
I like Spaceballs. Yeah. I like
Yeah.
Spaceballs over Ghostbusters.
Yeah, as much as I want to say, I really like Ghostbusters. I think Ghostbusters is a great movie. I think it's classic. I think it's a movie that the majority of people like. I think it stands up a little bit better over time than Spaceballs. I still like Spaceballs better.
Yeah, I mean, Ghostbusters is a great movie, but I think Spaceballs has the more consistent funny than Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters
I'd
had
agree.
some ebb and flow in the comedy that they presented. I mean, there were some parts of that movie that do kind of drag a little bit. Now, I think the effects might be a little better in Ghostbusters, but overall, I think Spaceballs is the better movie.
I would agree with both of those statements, 100%. I just wanted to see where your guys' head was at. Like, normally this show it turns into, if we really, really like something, like we talk about, I just wanted to do something different for this because I think this is a classic movie. We all really like it. It's not a shit movie. There's not really anything to shit on with this movie. So I just kind of wanted to go a different direction. That's all. I'm sorry.
It's fair. It's fair. Final thoughts?
It was good. It's decent.
I would hearken back to my final thought from last week, which is never, ever, 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 ever let Rob choose another movie. Ever.
Oh, it's too bad.
I'm on board. After
You don't
the
know what you
shit
guys
show
are
that
missing.
is Species.
You don't know what you're missing.
We
telling
do.
you.
We do.
Species
Emmanuel,
We
Emmanuel in space is significantly better than Species.
Why?
I
Look,
don't
if you're going to
believe
go
you.
that route, just porn parody all the way. I don't understand
So-
why you're messing around with this
so-
softcore bullshit.
So Star Wars?
Yes.
Perfect.
Wait, is that a movie?
All right. I don't know. I just made it up, but it should be.
James, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Is Spaceballs, this classic Mel Brooks spoof of the sci-fi genre, more sci-fi than 11/22/63?
In 11/22/63, there was a closet. There wasn't really a whole lot of sci-fi going on, and there was a stoner. In Spaceballs, like they were in space. There was like a Winnebago that went in space. Like that get more sci-fi than a fucking Winnebago in space. There was the Planet of the Apes were there, and Planet Spaceball. There were lasers, and if you shot at the princess and hit her hair, she would kill you and all of your friends. So yes, Spaceballs more sci-fi in 11/22/63.
Perfect. All right, Rob, you got a haiku for us this week?
Yeah, I've got a haiku. This one is called Spaceballs, the Haiku. I'm a real prince now. I now pronounce you married. Your Schwartz is so big.
As big as mine.
I like the title. That was an apt title. Good job.
Yeah.
That's a
I-
good title.
I
the
thought-
rest of it kind of fell flat, but the title was good.
Yeah, they can't all be doozies.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
well, most of them aren't. I'd let you
Whatever.
know when you got a nugget of gold in there. But no, Not your best work, Rob. Not your worst work. Not your best.
I don't think you'd let me know when I had a nugget of gold because you don't.
I think I do. I think I say well done. Well done.
Okay.
All right. Who's got awards?
Not much. Yeah, I got an award for the worst haiku. Goes to Rob.
Rob, who's got your black lung this week?
I'm going to give my black lung to the yogurt statue.
Okay. James?
That's a good one. Mine's going to the Princess Vespa stunt double with the stogie in his mouth.
God damn it. Yep, that's who's getting mine too. All right. James, who's got your head lush?
What was there drinking in this movie?
Not that I can see.
There was a drinking that was alluded to. So it's going to go to a Lone Star because he was offered some hair of the dog by Barf, which then insinuates that he had been drinking before.
Right.
Yeah. So that's who gets my head lush.
All right, Rob.
Mine's going to who is it? Richard Dawson.
Yeah, honorary head lush. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there really wasn't much, and I couldn't think of anything. Hair of the dog was a little far fetched.
So yeah, mine's gonna go to Lone Star 2 because the dude looked pretty fucking hungover at the beginning of the movie whenever they introduced him to us. So he looked like he had been on a bender. That's what hair of the dog is,
Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's when you're hungover, you have a little something.
Yes.
I'm just making sure you don't know a lot. It seems sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rob, who's got your player?
Player is going to go to Lord Helmet, the action figure, for getting it on with the Vespa.
All right, James.
No, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. That's another good one, Rob. I like it. I'm going to go a different route. Prince Valium gets my player award. Twofold reason here. The first being, he's getting ready to marry Princess Vespa. It didn't seem like there were too many other hot women in the galaxy than Princess Vespa.
Right.
And the other one is he's always ready to Bill Cosby somebody.
Oh my God. Are you sure?
Well, his name is Valium, and he's always constantly tired. I think that's a ploy. Like, he gets bored, they get bored, they fall asleep, and he can do what he wants. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. All right, so mine's gonna go to Princess Vespa. Because she had her choice between two, and she actually made one figure out that he was a prince so that he could go back to marry her.
Did she make him figure it out?
Well, she inspired him to, at least.
I guess.
I mean, as soon as he was
open a fortune cookie.
As soon as he ordered the fortune cookie to find the fuel to go back.
Well, no, he opened the fortune cookie, and the fortune cookie then told him that he was a prince.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But still, as soon as he found out he was a prince, he went back.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't disagree. Like, it was set up from the beginning, like, he's like, I'm going to go back there. All the princesses are the same. They're not hot. And she's like, I know these assholes. They all look the same. They look like Rob. And then when they met, they were like, oh, shit, you don't look like Rob.
Line.
I do.
They all look like Rob.
Vividly.
Must be a different show. Did we watch the same movie?
Yes.
Maybe. All right, James, who's got your purple hippo?
My purple hippo is going to go to Dark Helmet for that time that they did the emergency stop and he went flying and he told everybody to take 5. He didn't even know. He didn't know his own fucking name at that point.
All right, Rob?
Yeah, mine was going to Dark Helmet for coming down from ludicrous speed. Samesies. We're samesies.
Samesies.
Yeah, I guess that'll be mine too. That seems to
it's a threesome.
To be pretty appropriate. Yeah, the fact that he was severely concussed and couldn't even remember his own name at that point. Yeah, that'll work. That gets my purple hippo.
Who was going to get it before? Summer?
Yeah, Summer. It was going to be
Summer Glau.
Going to be a default. Yeah.
Yeah.
River Tam. All right. Well, I guess we're at the point where we actually get to pick a random title for next week.
Rob, normally I'm all about you, but you need to respect her, okay? And stop posting pictures of her. She's not an object. She is a woman. She's a beautiful woman. She's probably very smart, extremely intelligent, obviously funny. She has great timing. I need you to respect her and stop posting pictures of her in Discord until after we're done recording, and then go ahead and keep posting.
You just don't want the distraction.
I don't want the distraction. She's so hot.
All right, who's telling me when to stop and who's picking the number?
I'll pick the number.
What number are you picking?
3.
Number 3. Rob, tell me when to stop.
Just like James, don't ever stop. Daphne. Oh, baby.
That's not
Don't
me.
stop.
It doesn't even
Stop.
sound.
Just quit.
Stop. Yeah, go ahead. Stop now.
Okay. Well, I am not looking forward to this movie, so...
Oh, good. It's a good one.
It might be a good one, yeah.
It might be awesome.
Well,
what he's
you
saying
say
is
that.
there's a chance.
Yeah, there's a chance. You two will probably love this movie, but it is not a good one.
So
Although
says
I'm in
the
the-
guy who's
I'm
like,
in-
you guys will love Metropolis.
I'm in the minority of this opinion. So next week we will be discussing the movie where a troubled child summons the courage to help a friendly alien escape Earth and return to his home world. This
God
stars
damn it.
Henry
if it's
Thomas.
E.T., I'm out.
Henry Thomas, Drew Barrymore, and Peter Coyote. It's E.T. the Terrestrial, 1982.
I hate this fucking movie.
Yeah, me too.
Man.
Me too.
I didn't like it when I was a kid. I thought it was dumb. I don't want to watch it as an adult. 'Cause
I don't either.
Ouch.
Why can't we find something good? God damn it.
Hey, you picked it.
Elliot.
I'm guessing Rob really liked this movie as a kid.
Well, this movie came out
Oh.
the year Rob was born, so
E.T. phone home. And that's not even the right line.
next week, E.T.
I never technically said stop.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't try to pull that. Yeah. No, you did. And with
The
that,
magic
that's
of
all
the
we got
internet.
for this week. Our intro and outro music is Welcome Home by Cambo, Podcrawl Music at Snack Mix Minded Chet. If you like the show, please rate and review us on iTunes. You can leave us feedback on our Discord channel at smokinganddrinkinginspace.com/Discord. On Twitter at
Also apply for Rob's
@status_podcast, or you can email us at smokinganddrinkinginspace@outlook.com. If you'd like to throw a few
Last we
nickels our
meet
way,
for
you can
the
become a
first
Patreon
time
supporter
for the
by
last
going to
time.
smokinganddrinkinginspace.com/Patreon.
I'm your brother.
And be sure to visit Creative Brain Candy for more creative shows and other creative works at creativebraincandy.com. For this week, I'm Jason.
Absolutely nothing.
I got drunk on a 6-pack of Perrier. It was great.
You're an idiot. I just want to apologize to Daphne, to Princess Vespa, for any disparaging comments that were made by Rob during this podcast. I have held my tongue and all of my sexist, misogynistic, and frankly, unwelcome advances upon you will definitely only happen once I hit stop on the record
I was
button.
going to say, have we?
We'll talk to you next
listening
week.
to the same podcast?
Oh, for Christ's
I'm
sake.
asking because you didn't whenever you signed on.
Did you see what he posted in the super secret chat?
No, I haven't.
You should probably look at that.
I posted something else. Yeah, there it is. Star Wars is a thing, and so is the Darth Invader.
Oh
you
my
can feel
God.
the Force with realistic, heavy breathing action.
Oh my God.
It's strange. All right, haiku.